Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth with Elizabeth G Creations. I am coming to you today with another Valentine's Day card. This one is featuring the Stamping Bella Smoochie Gnome stamp set. It was in one of my previous hauls, which I will link to or put a card in the video for. Not sure which one yet, but because I do the voiceovers first. So here I die cut out the frames from 110-pound Michaels Recollections cardstock in white and some glitter paper that I have in my stash. I'm not 100% sure where I got it from, and I'm just gluing the two frames together. I was making about 6 of these, I think. So I just wanted to show you, it doesn't take that long. This is done at double speed for this section, but it doesn't take that long if you want to do any kind of mass production of any cards. It's really easy. It's easier to just do all your die cutting at once, do all your stamping at once, and then do all of your assembly at once. That's how I always do it, because I do sell my cards on Etsy, so I tend to make more than one of any card, and that's how I do it. So I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek of, or give you an idea of how I do it. And then I did want to let you know that on Pinterest I will have a supply list, and I'll also have it down below, but if you need the visual supply list with the pictures and everything, that's going to be on my Pinterest page, which is under Elizabeth G Creations, and it's going to be, the board is called YouTube Supply List, or something similar to that. But it does say YouTube and supply list on it. So I just wanted to let you know that if you wanted to see that, or see the list that way, or I will have a link to everything in the description below, along with a link to everywhere else that you can find me on social media and whatnot. So you can see I'm almost done with gluing all of the frames together. I am using the Tonic Deluxe Adhesive, liquid adhesive. I do like this one. It tends not to clog on me, and unlike other ones. If you guys have any suggestions of any other ones for me to try, let me know in the comments below, because I'm always looking for another good liquid adhesive or even a tape adhesive. So just let me know in the comments below. So we're almost done here with doing this. I think I made 6 of these cards. And now that I think about it, I think that the gold glitter cardstock might be some that I got from Michaels. I tend to get that kind of stuff from Michaels, so that's probably where I got it from. The last time I went into the store, they didn't have anything, but that doesn't mean that they don't have anything. So here we're just putting together the last one. And to line everything up, I just use my fingers to line everything up. And I run my fingers like along the edge, and I just use my fingers for that. So here I'm going to do some Copic coloring, and I have all of the Copic marker numbers that I used up in the upper corner, and I will put on some music so that you can enjoy watching the coloring. Okay, so now we're going to decorate the inside of the card. I like to do this with as many of my cards as I can. And what I like about this stamp set is that there's a large stamp image that I showed you that I put on the front of the card, and then there's actually a smaller one of the exact same thing. So I'm using that one for the inside of my card and for the envelope, and then I'm also using the Happy Smoochie Day. I just thought that was really cute for Valentine's Day. Instead of saying Happy Valentine's Day, I thought it'd be fun to say Happy Smoochie Day. So I'm using my MISTI to do my stamping and lining everything up. And sorry, you have to see the back of my head there. I had to line up the sentiment. And I did use the grid that I bought from Simon Says Stamp so that to help me line up, because as you can see, what I do is I stamp on the grid to see that everything's lined up, and then I just clean it off with some water when I'm done. So here I'm just going to stamp it up, and I'm using the Fawn black licorice ink to stamp the sentiment and the gnome. And then I'm just going to take the sentiment off of my MISTI, but I'm going to leave the gnome where it is so that I can stamp it in the same corner of my envelope. And there you can see it on the envelope. So now I'm also going to use the hearts, and there's two sets of hearts. There's the larger hearts and the smaller hearts to go with each size image. So I'm going to use the hearts, the smaller set, to go on the inside of my card and also on my envelope. And you can see I was lining it up again, and sorry about my head again, and I'm using the Fawn LOBSTER ink for that. And then just stamped it down. I did put a little bit of too much pressure on it. You really don't need to put that much pressure on it. You can just do a very light touch, just like that right there. So now we're going to move on to assembling the card. So I like to assemble my card on the card base itself. I don't assemble the panel and then put it on the card. I actually assemble everything on the card base itself. So here I have a piece of pattern paper. It is an older pattern paper that, again, I did get from Michael's, from a paper pad that they had, and it has a bunch of kisses or a bunch of lips on it, and then some polka dots. And you can see I'm just trying to figure out how I want to lay out my images and everything, and I decided I wanted to do it on an angle. Usually when I do anything that has a frame like this, I usually do put it on an angle. I just like how it looks. So I glued down my frame first, my gold glitter frame that I put together at the very beginning of the video. And again, I'm using my my Tonic Deluxe liquid adhesive for this. And then I am putting the gnomes inside of the frame, and I'm using my Teflon bone folder to make sure that I got all of the corners down and everything. And I am almost finished. We're going to do one little bit of embellishment. I am using a sparkle pen from Spectrum Noir. And I do highly recommend shaking it up quite a bit. As you can see, I shook mine up a lot. And I'm just going to put that in there. And I decided that I had too much in there because it actually lost some of the red in the hearts. So you can actually just pick it up if you work quickly. You can pick it up with a towel like I am here. And then you can put more down if you want to. So that is the completed card. I hope that you enjoyed my video. If you did, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. And next you'll see where else you can find me on social media. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.